Good afternoon, Nancy here in Lafayette, Indiana, reminding you if you dream it and believe it, you will achieve it. Today we're going to be talking about Chapter 7 of Steve Krug's book, Don't Make Me Think. And this whole book is about websites and their usability and how to make sure that when you go to a website that you can recognize whether it's user-friendly or not user-friendly. And one of the things that he compared a website to was like Sears or a grocery store. It could be Walmart or any place. You know how they have the signs up when you go in the door and you look down the aisles to see what's in different aisles? Well, that's exactly what you should do when you go on a web page. There should be a navigation bar up across the top that tells you exactly what to do and where to go. And that's called instant navigation. And this will help you not to be confused as you navigate the website. You can have not enough information or you can have too much information. If you want to keep your users on your website and keep them from going off to somebody else, then you want to make sure that you've got just enough and that it's just the right amount of information that your user can enjoy it. Now, every website should have a navigation bar across the top. One exception. Every page would usually have that navigation bar. So when you're navigating the site, you don't think you're getting lost. Oh, just like when you're on the roadway and you can't see the signs and you get lost and you make the wrong turn, you don't want to make the wrong turn on your website. So the exception to that is a form. If you're filling out a form for different information, then you wouldn't necessarily need that navigation at the top because it might actually be confusing. But what you do need is a good submit button, one that's clear and one that will help you to know where you're at and what you're doing. When we go to Sears, well, Sears has gone out of business now, but when we did go to Sears, we could walk into the back door and we would be right in the tool department. And we knew if we turned to the right, we would be in the appliance department. And then as you navigated the rest of the store, you might find shoes or infants' clothing or children's clothing or men's or women's or restrooms, whatever. But the signs were always clear. And Steve talks about how he loves to drive in LA because they have huge signs. He says it's not like when you drive in a lot of places and the signs are so teensy-weensy. You can hardly even see the sign. And then by the time you do see it, it's too late for you to get over into the right lane or it's too late for you to make a turn. You've already passed it and you have to circle around and go back to keep from being truly lost. So one thing we need to know is we need to have these icons that let us know what we're going to do. And one of the icons on the page should tell you exactly what site you're on. And then as you go through the different pages, if that icon is always in that spot, you know you're not lost. You know you haven't got mixed up and gone off to another website that's not going to help you. So you should always have that home page with that kind of reset that just kind of lets you know exactly where you're at. When we're searching for something, it's nice when there's a search box on the page. Now, it used to be that when somebody called you on your phone, you'd say, hey, please leave me a message at the dial tone, whatever. Now, you may still have to do that on the telephone. But on a web page, if you're familiar with going to web pages, you know what the search bar is. You know what you need to do. And so you don't have to be told to type something into the search bar and then to click on the search icon. People don't like fancy words either. They just like to be told exactly what to do. If I want to go to buy a dress, I don't need to have formal dress, whatever. I can just hit dress and go to the sites, and then there should be a little icon that I could just click on a little drop box that would tell me what type of dresses. Casual dress, dress up dress, long dress, short dress, formal, whatever. We shouldn't have to worry about that. And then you would have just like a little option that you could just click on it and it would take you right to it. Another thing that consumers really don't care for much is a page that has a million instructions. By the time they get through the instructions, sometimes they're so confused, they would have known more how to navigate the site had you not even put the instructions on. So try not to add a bunch of things or a bunch of options or instructions that are going to confuse your consumer. If you have to have an option, make sure that it's clear and that there's no confusion. Spell it out. Let them know exactly what that option is. If you have a site ID, make sure that name is the same on every single page. And we have sections in our site that are primary sections, and then we have this would be your primary navigation system, and then you have local navigations where it's a little bit of a breakdown on where you're going. The main reason that Steve Krug wrote this book is he wants people to be able to recognize, even if they're not going to be a web builder, a website builder, he wants them to recognize what makes a good website and what makes a clunky or a bad website that people are just going to leave. So I hope you've gotten some value from this video today. And once again, I want to remind you that God has given each of us unique talents to inspire, inform, and delight. May God bless you till we meet again. God bless you.